know because Jesse's not here.
He's here in spirit now.
Good evening, everyone.
You would be.
Good evening.
Howdy.
What's going on?
Hola.
How's everyone's week going?
Very well.
All right.
Hello
Fantastic.
to everyone in the chat. Tolga. Oh, look, Mamba came. Oh,
I
wait,
love
Mamba.
how the first
dude.
comment thing is popular again.
Yeah, right. Adrian, how you doing? Adam. Batmando, by the way, guys.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you haven't seen his first fucking video on YouTube, go and check it out. The fact this guy chooses to demo my 3 sound fonts. Out of all the sound fonts out there that are way better than mine.
I know, we tried talking him out of it.
Talk about it as well. Go and check it out, guys. Give him a sub. Hell yeah. Dude, thank you so much for the love and support. And awesome first video, by the way. Awesome first video.
Good job, Matt.
Congrats on that. What's going on, Adam? Jim? So, yeah, doing well. Everyone good? Everyone enjoying Andor?
Yeah.
I am.
I'm enjoying it.
I'm waiting for something to happen, but I'm enjoying it.
Step there. Yeah, it's doing what we thought it would do, I think. Yeah, like most of us. Tim's joined for the first time this round. I think most of us have been saying it's expected to be a bit of a slow burner. Maybe expected a little bit more in terms of pace this week. Poll out on the live chat just now. Is Andor starting to flop? Take that whatever way you will. 71% saying no. What do you guys think? Do you think it's starting to flop, or is it just building to a crescendo? We'll start with
No, I think we're in a 12 episode arc here for one story, 12 episodes. So we're not even at the halfway point yet. So I think that it's going to build, and then we'll have a couple dips, build to something really big at the end. But we're not going to get. I don't think we're not going to get a big kind of Luke Skywalker Mando moment. I think it's going to be story driven the whole time. But yeah, so I haven't been here at the other ones. I love the show, but I also, you could make a show about Palpatine's secretary just like taking his appointments, and I'd fucking watch that every week. So I like Star Wars that much, but it's absolutely slow. But to me, it's unique seeing Star Wars that's not really like the Star Wars that we know, and just kind of side stories. There's these guys aren't the heroes, but they are. But they're just great people. So I really do enjoy it. But is it slow as hell? Yeah, it's slow.
Yeah. Sorry.
I agree. You can't judge the show just yet because we are 4 episodes in out of 12. It's way too early to judge it off that. But at the time period and the story that's being built is very, very interesting because it's very the political side of Star Wars, which is something that we got in the prequels and we got a little bit of something in the original trilogy, but this is very heavy Star Wars politics, and I think that it's dope to get that. I was really hoping that we got the dinner this episode. I was really hoping because, listen, I'm not one for real life politics. So when people start talking about actual politics at the dinner table, I just kind of see myself out the room. I just kind of walk out. But I was kind of hyped up. I was like, man, I hope we get some awkward political talks at the dinner table. That would be kind of sick. But we didn't get that.
I think the Homer diving into the bush
Oh no, dude! I just get up and I just walk out. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I don't want to talk to you about this.
Whatever, guys. Trump would make my gas cheaper. I'm done.
Yeah, that's
Carter just goes, well.
I just want cheap
It's like the
gas,
Homer
guys,
Simpson meme when he just kind of goes into the bush.
He's like, yep, well, I'm out.
Yeah, but I'm digging the show so far. It's doing everything that I've been wanting it to do, or I've been expecting it to do. So I'm really digging.
Yeah, I love it, and they haven't even shown the clones yet. So
yeah,
that should tell you something.
Mhm.
I'm loving your clone mannequin behind you, by the way. That's like the best background.
It's like he's
ever.
just staring at you.
That's Anakin, my mannequin.
Anakin the mannequin.
Meanwhile, my Grogu's
I'm
sitting
gonna
here just
trademark
staring.
that. So.
Why
If I take the helmet off, it's scarier because it's got a face, you know.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
What do you think about it, Elvis?
I really like the. That is creepy.
Yo.
Oh, it's Rex. No, I'm kidding. I'm really enjoying it. And I really like the point that Tim just made when he said these aren't the heroes. And I know what you mean when you say that. Like, when they announced the show, Obi-Wan, we were all like, yeah! When they announced the show Boba Fett, we're like, effing right! And then they said we're getting Andor, and we're like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, no one
I
was
think most
saying
of us
no.
were like, why though?
Some of us were like, why though, right? But when they announced Andor, we're just like, all right, bring it on. More Star Wars, sure, why not? So I think if you match the feeling I had when they announced the show with how I feel watching the show now, it's very similar. Like, this is not something I was asking for. I'm enjoying getting it though.
Mhm.
I was kind of hoping there was going to be a heist in this episode, though. I have to admit, like at the halfway mark, I'm looking at the timer, thinking, not going to happen. Like, and I watched Simon's video today, watching the show, and he's like, I'm not done with it, but this better pay off. Like, I'm waiting. I'm happy to wait. Just I want it to pay off, though. So I kind of have that same feeling right now.
What about you, Chris?
I called it. I knew it was going to be very it's a two-way thing. Either you're going to love it, you're going to hate it. You know, is half fans are going to hate it, half are going to love it. And exactly what Elvis said, it was when we heard about Obi-Wan Kenobi, we're like, yes. Oh, hi. And then because we want to know what happened, you know, in Obi-Wan after episode 3. And then Boba Fett, the idea was, oh, now we get to find out what happened to him after episode 6. And then we get Andor, we're like, what the hell is this about?
Yeah, we
have
kind of
no
know what
idea
happened.
what this is about.
You know?
Yeah, so now it's something new, it's something different, something that's going to be very, very story driven. Sorry. So I'm enjoying it because it's something new, but again, it's going to be very, very story driven, and it's kind of something we have to get through. Even the beginning of The Mandalorian, some people don't like it because it was so slow. I see your nose. But people didn't like the beginning because it was so slow. And then all of a sudden, boom, season 2 came out, and everyone's like, wow, this show's actually really, really good. Do we have to wait for season 2 of Andor to say that? I hope not. But hopefully something happens between now and episode 12.
Yeah.
I think what's definitely going to help this show out is the 12 episodes, because they got a lot more room to play rather than me just like straight up down to like 6. Because if like,
when you think about it, it's kind of like we have 24 episodes, really, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to rush it.
It's already greenlit.
yeah,
They start filming this month.
Wow.
I really do hope to God, though, that the first 12 leave us with nothing. Like, I really hope that does not happen at all. Like, you need to give us something, and then I mean, this series, like, you know, like you guys were saying, when Kenobi and everything was announced, it was like, oh hell yeah, like, fuck yes, let's do this, you know. And then it did kind of feel a little bit like most people with Andor was like, oh right, okay, cool, whatever, you know, like Elvis said, I knew straight away. I was like, I've been saying this for over a year. Like, you can go back to previous fucking streams. Dark Horse show. And it started off a little bit slow. That's introducing a lot of characters. There's a lot of dynamics with this.
still don't know a lot of the characters' names.
Yeah, no, well, it's funny because I was going to bring that up actually. But I seriously do think that Andor, it might not seem like it just now, but I think this is going to be a pivotal story in the complete franchise.
I think.
So here's what
go
we haven't gotten yet that we've already seen in the trailer. So we haven't gotten any Saul Guerrero, which Saul's stuff. They got the potential to show some really like down and dirty kind of guerrilla warfare stuff, because I really think he's going to be nasty. We haven't seen really the Empire. I mean, we've seen people in suits, but we haven't seen a single stormtrooper. So, and we know we're going to see clone troopers at least. I don't know if stormtroopers even exist completely yet, because we've never really seen this in between time in live action.
This is after Obi-Wan, so we know there's definitely stormtroopers.
Okay, yeah.
After Obi-Wan, or is it during Obi-Wan?
It's 5
4
years
or 5 years
Obi-Wan.
after Obi-Wan, I believe.
Oh, it's 5 years before Yavin. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, there's stormtroopers. So that's interesting that there's still clone troopers too, because we saw clone troopers in the.
Well, remember though, when he was a kid on that planet where the Separatist ship crashed.
Flashback.
Yeah. So I think that's when we'll see the clone troopers is in a flashback.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
The one thing about this show, I kind of like realized today, you wouldn't know it was a Star Wars show.
No.
Yeah.
Until we
it seems more like a Serenity or Firefly kind of. It's
and then you see the TIE fighter. Today. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Dude,
it's just
that scene made me realize how much I love that sound. It's almost
dude.
It's just hit you in your guts.
I mean,
in my ears, dude.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it.
There's your next sound font.
We'll just turn this stream into impressions of TIE fighters. Although we might get a good impression of a TIE fighter when we come to do Chris's Hot Ones stuff.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Along the lines of someone's gonna dub that over a TIE fighter. Someone like just going, oh god.
Do you feel so? When you guys watched Rogue One for the first time in the theater, I'm assuming, did you have the same kind of feeling? This feels a little out of the universe. This feels a little non-Star Wars.
Well, my thing was, I always said if there's no lightsaber, it's not Star Wars. And Vader comes in at the end, and I'm like, okay, cool. But every single time I've watched that movie, I like it more, and it kind of goes up the list in Star Wars movies too for me. I mean, it's so good.
You say it was like number 3 for you now, Tim?
It's top 5. I'm still right. This is my new process. So I'm watching every single movie right now. I'm in the order they were released. So right now I'm on Attack of the Clones, and I'm trying to watch them and evaluate them like individually, not as like the second part of a trilogy, but it's still hard to kind of take that out of it. But yeah, there's going to be a re-ranking, and I'm going to do a video with all of it. But it's top 5. I'm just not all the way through yet. I mean, the sequel's not going to get up there, so I know that's not going to jump in any of it. But I don't want to reveal quite yet where it is.
Yeah, I don't think Attack of the Clones is beating it.
No.
Don't get me wrong, I like Attack of the Clones. I like Rogue One better.
I fucking hate it.
And I like Solo too. I'm one of those people. I like Solo. I like Bad Batch. I like it all.
With going back to the question, with Rogue One, I was completely the opposite with Rogue One. When I went to it could have been because I was out of my fucking face when I went and seen Rogue One. I had just came from a double gig, Korn and Slipknot on the same night, right? No, it wasn't Korn and Slipknot. That was the year before. It was Korn and Limp Bizkit the night. And then literally at 11 p.m. that finished, I went into town, went to the theatre to see Rogue One. So it could be the case that I was absolutely smashed beyond all recognition. But I felt like I was watching A New Hope again. It just gave me that vibe. It just gave me that, for some reason, just the way it was presented. And I've spoken about this before. The way it
That's
came
interesting.
across, the way it was lit, the way everything was, the way it was presented, it gave me that feeling again, like I was 5 years old sitting watching A New Hope with my dad.
Well, and then the throwbacks with, you know, the gold leader and red leader that were, you know, they took actual scenes with those dudes. So that wasn't, you know, the Tarkin or the Leia. That was actual shots of those guys.
Yeah.
When I saw those guys, it was awesome. Then when you see Red 5, you know, blow up and die, and you're like, okay, that's how Luke got it. You know, I understand.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of in the end of it, really, it left you with a good feeling because they left you with that Vader scene and then Princess Leia, and you're just kind of like, wow, that's awesome. So I think they did that well. But yeah, it was the first one that didn't have a crawl, did it?
That's what I was going to say. From the moment the movie started, when it wasn't the crawl and it was a Star Wars story, I was like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
I mean, they just executed that movie so well within the 2-hour time span of that movie, right?
Yeah.
So now we're watching a show where five episodes deep, between 34 minutes to a 40-minute episode. Is it executing the same way Rogue One did? No. But I think as we either get closer to the end of the season or the beginning of the second season is when that connection is going to make a lot more sense. Just like when Rogue One, when you started noticing things connecting together, like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, this makes sense. And then immediately how it ended, it went straight into A New Hope. Mm-hmm. That's what made the movie, for me, 10 times better. The fact that it connected so well. Yeah. Now I'm just hoping this show does well. I'm enjoying the show. I'm just hoping it does the same thing, because the only hype this show got was having Diego Luna casted as a Cassian. Yeah.
Cassian.
And we all realize that that's the guy from Rogue One, and then 2 and 2 together, it's a prequel. So honestly, that's the only thing that the show had hype.
The other thing as well is to remember, like, what was Rogue One? 2.5 hours?
What was what?
Rogue One was like, what, 2.5 hour long?
Yeah, something like that.
We've already had more than 2.5 hours.
But it's not a movie.
Exactly, and that's why it's slow. It's not condensed.
A movie, you have to get to them. Yeah,
it's 30 to 45 minutes, 12 episodes. You know, like,
and they're telling the same story. That's what's funny. You know,
yeah,
I mean, it's a heist. That's what Rogue One was. You know,
yeah,
so it really is the same fucking story.
I really do think that this part of the story will wrap up after number 6. I think they're doing the story in chunks of 3.
Yeah,
maybe.
It seems that way.
So how many big moment, like big heist type moments do you think we'll have?
You know, like,
well, I think after this, it's more of his introduction to the rebellion as a whole, because all we've seen is
what's up, Natty?
Skarsgård and what's her name talking. You know, so I think maybe we'll see. We don't even know really where it is. It's just in its infancy, and I don't know if y'all addressed this, but I'm assuming the person she wants to bring in is Bail Organa. That's when she was talking to him. I've got somebody I want to bring in.
Yeah, assuming so. Yeah.
So you know, I think after the heist, which is successful, not successful, whichever it is, I think we get more introduced to the rebellion as a whole.
Yeah, I think so. That definitely makes sense to me. You know, like, I mean, this episode, we can sit here and talk about this episode, but it was very much of the same from episode 4. You know,
yeah, it really was
a bunch of stuff on camp, getting ready for this mission. You know, it was what's the guy's name? The antique dealer. Like, again, I'm having such trouble with names in this show. I really am.
Yeah, because it's people
Lucian or Luthen.
Luthen. It's more of him in the shop, and he's arguing with his handmaiden and stuff, and we're seeing more artifacts kicking about the shop.
Y'all saw the
holocrons?
Yeah, they looked a
little big ass holocrons.
They were huge.
Yeah, they looked a little too big.
No, that's the first time we've ever seen one in live. Oh,
in live action.
Kylo had one.
Yeah.
wasn't
No,
that
he had a
good.
wayfinder. He had a wayfinder.
Oh, that was a Wayfinder. That wasn't a holocron. You're right.
Yeah.
So,
But if you're going
and the
by like
holocron that is on the Disney Starliner Star Cruiser thing is a big fucking holocron. It's like
yeah, but I mean,
that's
if you go
nuts.
by the Rebels, if you go by Rebel size, it's like.
Yeah, but if you go by Rebel size, look at the Inquisitor's head and look at his head in the thing. It's that much bigger. So that's why the thing is that much bigger. Lightsaber blades are thinner. Everything's thinner in
Yeah.
Rebels.
Wasn't it smaller in Fallen Order?
Probably.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was more
well-
like the size of kind of the one that I got.
It was like a Rubik's Cube size.
I can
Yeah.
look
It's a
real
travel
quick.
size. It's a travel size.
It's a travel
But
size.
it was smaller in
That's nice.
I mean,
yeah,
who's to
it was
say
probably
there
about
aren't-
that size in the game.
Yeah.
Who's to say there isn't 20
Star
different
Wars
sizes
has
of holocron though?
Goku.
Exactly. You get the XL size, and then you get the travel size, and then you get like me. I'm the fun size.
When's that?
Yeah. I mean, it
The
is
travel
still
size
pretty,
is like, I mean,
it
it's
is still
you got-
pretty big. In
you're-
Fallen Order, it's still pretty big, but like those in the shop are like, dude, they look like basketballs. Them jokers are huge.
See, that's the one that's got all the Jedi knowledge. You know, the little ones are just that's like a small playlist. You know, you can put Yoda's shit on there, maybe get a little bit of Mace, but you can't have like Yoda, Mace, and Qui-Gon's. You know, but the big one's got it all.
What
like a
surprises
USB stick.
me though is that he would be allowed to have that in that shop.
What if they're fake though?
Well, yeah. Number one, we don't know if they're real or even if they're just ornamental versions of. Because again, we still don't know at this point how familiar are these people with Jedi and with Sith. Because it
Maybe they're
seems like
decommissioned
they've done a
antiques.
really good job of kind of shutting that shit down and erasing everybody's memory just through a concerted effort of no, you don't know what you're talking about.
Small ones are fortune cookies.
It's like a big 8-ball. It's like
By the way, man, just a shout out to Adam's dedication. He's currently in Toronto, Canada, just now, all the way from the UK for work, and he's still here. watching
Nice.
us.
So he's on real time now.
I was going to say it's probably easier. It's not midnight.
Yo, it's only 1 a.m. for me, man. Come on. I put serious time into this. I don't even have time to be doing this, to be honest with you, but I made a commitment and I'll do it.
I think this was a good episode for the group
Yeah,
to
let's
see.
Let's shut it down. This is a good episode. You
yeah,
gotta go to
just
sleep.
shut
I'm gonna shut it down.
I'm not shutting it after 23 minutes, man.
But,
It's Izzy. How are you?
with like Cassian coming in, everybody was like, okay, who's this guy? Who's this guy? I think this was like finally the one episode where he kind of showed a little bit of what he has to offer when he said switch sides. And then they're like, why? Well, you're left-handed, he's right-handed. And then when they ask him, well, what about him?
Shout out to the lefties. Let's go.
There you go.
Shout out to the lefties.
So it's a lot to he has a lot to offer if he notices those small little details about a person. Now imagine if you give him a situation where it's like really important things.
Yeah.
So he has a lot to offer for being a thief. You know what I mean? Like I think the group sees that with that one interaction.
Well,
And then
kinda
when he said he's a paid mercenary and, let the cat out of the bag later, I think people are really like, oh, he is good. He does know what he's doing. Like,
Oh, it makes sense now. Like, I mean, I really think he's starting to show that we're starting to see that ruthlessness a little bit that we know is there, obviously from Rogue One.
Yeah.
He's very analytical. He's all about attention to detail, and that's starting to. He's no longer like he's done his sit and listen and observe period in that camp. He's now voicing his opinion. So we're definitely seeing that side of him coming out, like that more kind of regimented side. Where he's very analytical, he's very observant. And he's not afraid to go, well, this is better, and have that arrogance. And such a
speaking of all that, like, even though I was about to say the word bored, that's not the right word. Even though it's kind of a slow burner and everything,
He was bored.
the dialogue was all great. Like it's all kind of interesting, it's keeping me hooked. I'm not like finding myself, playing a game on my phone or something. Like I am genuinely interested.
So one of the things, and it's a little detail thing, but one of the things I've always hated about Star Wars is the fact that when you get to A New Hope, the kind of galaxy doesn't, Han refers to Jedis as hokey religions, and so they've kind of forgotten everything that happened in the prequels. How does that happen in 20 something years? And when the kids explain in the navigation thing and how, basically this will let you get around without them knowing, we all used to kind of do this, but they've made us forget it. And it's kind of slowly but surely, the Empire is like propaganding the shit out of everybody. Wow. And that's how they were, 20 years of that. Yeah, you could do that. With 20 years of complete control. So I enjoy a little detail like that in a neat conversation.
That's interesting, dude. I like that take.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see it like that till now.
And you know how people are liking or disliking the grittiness, the tone of this show, like they say shit and stuff. I think that kind of plays into it too. And I think this show's going to get a lot grittier, a lot grittier. Because I think they're really going to show that the galaxy is at a breaking point of getting pissed off. Like, screw this. Like, life sucks. It's everyone is going through a terrible time, and it's going to get to a point where, everyone is ready to stand up because they've just had enough. So I think
that sounds oddly familiar right now in the UK.
Yeah, like the rent-a-cop kid that got fired is going to either go crazy nutso, explosion bomb kind of stuff, or he's going to fucking join the rebellion because I think he's going to go after Cashin, but he is kind of part of that boiling point. But two, think about Andor in the movie. I mean, at one point, he cold-blooded shoots somebody that's kind of in cahoots with him, because the dude's injured, his leg's injured, and he can't get out, so he shoots him dead. He's cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Oh, he's ruthless.
Yeah. All about the end.
Get the mission done. He's ruthless. Simple as that. And I think we're really starting to see that kind of side of him in many ways. Yeah. We've seen obviously the side, the physical side of it, but we're now starting to see he's ruthless in an intelligent way as well.
I think he also sees the bigger picture and how important the cause is.
Yes.
The cause is more important than that dude's life. And that's a tough thing to say, but he's going to live through some shit where he's going to see that the cause is a much bigger deal than one person and be able to expend people like that.
Yeah, he's not there yet. And I think that's also what this show's about, because he's there by the time Rogue One comes around. He's fully committed. He's willing to, do whatever it takes and give his life. I don't think he's there yet. Right now he's in it for the money and, maybe to kind of give them the finger on the side. But I think that's the other purposes of this show, is to kind of get him to that point. So
it reminds me a lot of Han Solo, where he was just in it for the money, and then, he shows up to save the day.
Yep. It's that kind of archetype.
I seen on Instagram a couple of days ago someone describing Andor like a more badass Han Solo type character, which he kind of is.
Yeah, he's that scoundrel kind of, you could.
Yeah, he's like mercenary, scoundrel, joins a rebellion.
Yeah, if you just added a thick layer of smug on top of it, you'd have Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I miss B2EMO.
Yeah, are we going to get that droid
back? Okay, so let me just, I've told y'all, but I've got a thing for sassy droids. And every single, movie that brings a new droid on or show, that emo droid is, I can't wait till they start to make little things of that, and because that thing is fucking awesome. And I'm pretty sure they'll kill him, because that'll just break all of our hearts. But yeah, that one of the coolest new edition droids. The DO is also kind of a depressed droid. This one's not so much depressed. He's just scared as shit and just really wants to kind of please Cashin, but can't help. He doesn't have enough energy to lie, you know?
You just said something that kind of gave me a theory. What if...
He's like, I'll tell a lie, and he tells him to tell two. That's two lies.
You know how the droids have personality chips? What if that droid dies, and then he takes that personality chip and puts it to K2SO?
Oh, yes.
I just had that random theory because, like you said, they would... It's going to be a seller for toys, for something.
Yeah.
And he was like very significant within the first 3 episodes. If he were to die, would they use his personality chip and put it to K2SO?
That's interesting.
I
think
they sell toys on these things.
All right, 31 minutes in.
Closer to Han Solo though, with the whole Millennium Falcon and what was the name of that droid?
Which is like the personality of the Millennium Falcon too. I forget what the name of her was, but the one that was in love with Lando.
Yeah.
That's
later
on when 3PO is like talking to Han Solo when they're in the asteroid field. He's like, I don't know where your ship learned to communicate, but it's because it's that fucking sassy droid,
I never picked up on that comment before. You're right. He did say that.
Yeah,
no, you're right. Why has that always gone over my head?
Because you haven't rewatched Solo a bunch of times.
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen Solo maybe 3 times.
Once.
That's a good one to rewatch too, because there's some moments, and Ron Howard managed to pull something out of nothing there.
I actually keep on forgetting that it was Ron Howard, and I love Ron Howard as a director. I keep on forgetting it was him that directed that. I don't know why that is. I don't expect Ron Howard to do that. L337 is the name of its leaked. Thank you, Matt. Solo is overhated. It is overhated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it the best one? No. Is it?
I enjoyed it.
Great backstory? Yeah.
Is it better than 2 of the sequels? Yes.
Which sequels?
I'm not commenting.
Force Awakens is the only one I could choke down.
Yes.
So, we've seen quite a bit of... Well, we've seen a little bit more of this installation. They're going to be attacking, obviously. But they're talking about demolishing that place anyway in place of like a proper... like
airstrip kind of airfield.
Yeah, airfield.
So here's the question: visually, what do you think they're going to do for this eye of the, because it's something that's so good that nobody wants to even work during it. They're willing to leave this. The event that's going to happen that they're going to use. It's like the stellar event where the stellar explodes. What do you think? Because this thing better be good. Man, they've hyped this thing up.
Well, they're on a dam, so I think they might blow up the dam. CGI, of course, because the real one's still there.
Just for people... actually blow stuff up in Scotland?
Yeah.
Oh, is this close? They shoot this close to you?
Yeah, this was
that's awesome.
6 months of the shoot was there. I spent the whole of last summer climbing specific mountains, and I wanted to climb that one, and they wouldn't fucking let me until I think they eventually disappeared. And
fuck you, Star Wars.
Well, it's funny. I've told the rest of the guys this. I went to climb, and there was security all around the public access points. There's no paths closed. I'm like, no, it can't be. It's public land. Oh yeah, we're filming. I'm like, yeah, I know you're filming Star Wars. That's why I'm here. Fucking move. So no, you couldn't get anywhere near those. That whole mountain range, the Glen, you couldn't get near it at all. It was completely shut off. And I've got buddies who work for the hydroelectric company who had to sign non-disclosure agreements because of things they were seeing up there, they had had TIE fighters up there, and
is that rock formation still there? That the thing that's the center of the natives, because it seemed like
This is funny that you mentioned that because I texted my buddy earlier
I
on.
could take some fucking pictures there.
I haven't climbed that particular mountain in a long time. I must have been maybe about 14, maybe 15 last time I climbed it. I don't remember that being there. Because
That's gotta be a prop.
I noticed it today. Well, you'd think it was a prop, but it actually looks like what I would expect rock to look like here. You know, I can't remember it. My mate can't remember it either, but it could be there. For me, it looked pretty genuine. You know, random as shit, but genuine. Yeah. You know, because there was hundreds of old settlements around those kind of areas, hundreds of years ago. You know,
at the same time, I will also tell you that about 25 minutes from my house, there is a life-size recreation of Stonehenge that's made out of fiberglass, and you tap it, and it goes. You know, it's a hollow sound, but it looks just like Stonehenge.
It could be, man.
Pretty cool. They call it Bamahenge.
What, the stupid rocks?
Yeah, look it up. Bamahenge.
I mean, it could. Honestly, it could be fake, but I just can't recall it at all from the last time I was up there. You know, which was a long time, nearly 20 years ago.
Well, if there was some type of ancient temple up there, I doubt they would let someone use it for filming Star Wars. So.
No, man. Like, there's they used Rosslyn Chapel for, like, you know, Vinci Code, and done a bunch of shit to that.
Yeah.
I just figured that was sets, so that was like really the Rosslyn Chapel that they shot that stuff in. That's crazy.
Yeah. I went and got the tour. I'd never been actually before. It was really weird, but I went and got the tour, and there's like a circle on when they go down the stairs. There isn't even a room down the stairs. There is a small room, but it's nowhere near like what they depicted in that movie. But they call it their Hollywood Circle because the plaque was up and they took it off, and then it's left this. So they call it their Hollywood Circle. But no, we're quite easy going on that kind of stuff. We'll let like people use actual stuff as long as it isn't damaged. You know. So. You know, I think.
So you think the next episode is actually the start of their heist? Or you think it's got to be set for it?
It's got to be. It has to be now.
Because now they can visually see it. It's in the distance, so it's not like the Lord of the Rings where it's going to take them 5 episodes to get there.
I haven't even watched that yet.
Izzy, I agree. We do need more.
I completely agree as well.
It could also delve deeper into what's going on back at the planet that he came from, because they just kind of only slightly touched on the fact that the Empire is kind of setting up there now. So they may delve more into that, and you know, I think we'll at least get started on the heist. And I don't know. I don't think that you can start it and not finish it in one episode.
I hope they don't drag the heist out. I think the heist needs to be done now. And we need to, because we've been setting up for 2 episodes, we need to get out of there now and have that done and over with. And then, like you said, we've got Saw Gerrera. We've got so much more in this series to get. They need to, like, they've used this as a filler episode, kind of, like just setting up even further. They need to crack on now, because they're seriously at risk, in my eyes, of having a huge anticlimax or feeling like it's rushed. So they really need to crack on now with the rest of the season. Something big's going to happen, leave it on a cliffhanger, season 2, perfect, cool, I'm happy with that. But if they drag it out and it's just flat as shit, and then... I
think it's a safe assumption. Because there was foreshadowing. He when he said, you know, it'll all be done tomorrow, and he said, or it'll just beginning. I mean, they ended the episode with it's like starting in the morning, you know. So,
yeah, I just hope they don't drag that out over 2 episodes.
If there's another episode before the heist, I'll be done. Like at that point, I'm gonna be like, all right, screw this. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
it's been 5 episodes.
I would have to semi-agree with that. I'll still watch it, but if there's another heist, if there's another episode before the heist, then it's a case of, right, okay, they've got very thin story here. And
Tim might be right. If they do it in threes, because the third episode was the hot one so far, right?
Yep.
So if it's 2 to get to the third, and now it's been 2 to get to a third, like, so if there's 4 bangers with 2 to build up to the bangers, I'll be fine with that.
I think, honestly, God, I think that's what they're doing. You know, because it made sense to have the first 3 because that's like an arc within the series.
Yeah,
and then they're having the second 3, another story arc, and then the third 3, and then the fourth 3. It makes sense to do it that way. And it seems if we do get that in the next episode, it's clear that that's what they're doing. You know,
we better get some good.
And there's still those subtle, like especially last episode. Episode 4 was just a treasure trove of, you know, here's Starkiller, here's Blues Mask, here's somebody said Indiana Jones's whip was in the damn episode in the idol.
I heard something about
so
that.
It was a treasure trove of that crap. But that's not what this show's about. But we're still getting it too, and that's kind of fun for me because this is, like we all said, this is not a show I was waiting for or looking forward to. So this is filler to me. This is filler really to hold me till Tales of the Jedi, because that I'm really looking forward to. And then I kind of feel like Bad Batch is filler to get to Ahsoka, you know, same kind of thing. But I'm really enjoying this filler. This one's, you know, this is better filler for me.
The only problem with that is if it's let's say episode 6 is a filler also, I'm like, you already spent half the series already with fillers where nothing happens. So I think it's crucial that episode 6 something happens. And when I say something, not like a little something, like something happens.
So something more than somebody saying shit or having a one night stand, overnight sleepover in Star Wars, something bigger than that. You know,
it's something in episode 6 has to make the 5 of us be like, oh, there it is, like that's something we've been waiting for. And then for the other half of people who's not enjoying the show be randomly just sucked in, like, oh shit,
I think they really now I'm gonna pay attention. Have an opportunity here, because we've all heard of how bad the Empire is, and we saw them blow up a planet, but that was kind of, you know, clean, all things considered, clean and pretty. They've got a chance to really show us the Empire being nasty. And I want to see kind of, this is what happens when you get this huge galactic bureaucratic army and smaller little kind of governorships. You get a governor or Grand Moff that, you know, that is a war criminal, and you can, you know, really get some bad shit going on. I think they've got a potential to show us why the Empire is so bad.
I'm digging
without using Darth Vader.
I'm digging this comment from Seth Sabers. Love that TIE fighter scene. I just love that TIE fighter scene because I know it was literally flying around the hills of Scotland. Like, that shit, I'm done, man. Like, life complete. That's cool as fuck for me. Yeah. You know, eventually as well, though, because there is that scene in the trailer where we see the fucking Star Destroyer appear.
Yes.
And that's on that planet.
Can you imagine hiking that mountain again in the future when you're allowed to, and stand exactly where it was shot, and you look up and you think of the episode like, dude, that's fucking cool.
Oh, you can do it now, man. It's all opened back up again, obviously. Like, could you imagine finding that spot and going, haha?
Yeah.
You know, like,
because there were a couple recognizable, like, little rock, like where they're sitting on the rocks there, and the TIE fighter flies over the two of them. That, you know,
yeah. You know, plus as well, it's like the way they've done. The way they've done that dam as well is great. You know, how they've they've CGI'd that tunnel into the dam for like the takeoff ramp and shit. That's killer. Like, that's like, you know, because that's, for me, that's something I've seen with my own eyes, and I know exactly how it looks in real life. And then to see what they've done with it, not just physically, because they built onto it as well certain parts, but to have the CGI and see what they've done, like, it just shows you how good these people actually are. Because it's like, holy shit, that actually, number one, doesn't exist, but number two, that's like really fucking cool how they've done that. Jesse, thank you so much. $2 for your broke ass. You're not even fucking joking, bro. Thank you,
He's
dude.
living the high life right now. He's got like electricity and light and air conditioning. He's probably thinking life is great.
He called me earlier on. We were discussing something, and he's like, "Yeah, electricity's back. Still no internet." I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Still no internet. Ouch.
Well, can I just say, Jesse, we miss having you here, dude. Hopefully, you'll have internet in the next week or two, and you can join us for the second half of the series, bro. People asking if they missed the giveaway. No. In about 15 minutes time or thereabouts, doing a redraw.
I thought Tim won.
Yeah, didn't we decide that was my second, third, fourth? That was the fourth channel.
Absolutely no evidence to support that whatsoever.
I don't remember what the name of it was, but it's me.
So yeah, the winner
developed a theory.
The winner didn't answer at all. I don't know if it was a typo in the email address or something. I don't know, but 3 emails later, 2 weeks, no answer. It's getting redrawn.
There you go.
I think it's only fair.
Hey, so how about that Cyril guy and how bad his mom is just like screwing him up, like really bad.
Yeah,
that mom, like, oh my God, she's worse than the
Unibomber waiting to happen. You know, I mean, there's going to be some extreme violence explosion coming from him.
I think he's going to go back to the planet and kill his old girlfriend and his mom. Or try to use them as bait to get him. Like, I think that might be part of the reason Castian becomes so jaded. Maybe someone kills his mom and what's her name? Bix.
It seems to me like any family members in this show are just complete assholes. We talk about, like fucking Mon Mothma's husband, total dick.
Can we talk about the fact that we get our first Tim in the Star Wars universe, and he's a douche? I mean, he was a douche.
Like
TIMM though.
It was.
Honestly, man, the Scots guy always gets fucking killed first.
He was killed in the Batman too, wasn't he?
What are you saying, bro?
Wasn't he killed in the Batman?
I think so.
The Scottish guy, he was the commissioner before Commissioner Gordon, I think.
You talking about the new Batman?
I don't remember.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the Scottish guy that drinks and says shit is the original commissioner in the Batman before.
The guy that raises his hand at the meeting.
Something like that, yeah.
Seriously?
I remember him talking at a funeral or something for the mayor. I don't remember.
Yeah. The Scottish guy was.
I'm surprised I said the Batman 3 times and Carter never looked up.
I know, right?
That's what I was waiting for.
He's over there building plots.
Well, I'm doing something with spawns, but I'm gonna leave it till after the stream.
What?
I'll leave it till after the stream. I'll leave it after the stream. Andor. Let's talk about Andor.
We're talking about Saw Gerrera.
Now, here's something I noticed.
Dude, he's coming up. He's coming up next, dude. He's after the heist. I feel like.
This? How much Cassian Andor looks like the dude that died at the end of Rogue One. I mean, he looks just like him. It's creepy.
This guy.
I know, right? Who thought?
Oh, dude. You kill me.
Seriously, though, right? Do we think that Saw Gerrera, a.k.a. Forrest Whitaker, who I love as an actor, by the way, is he going to have like a really big part in this second half?
Oh, he has to.
Or is he going to be just a fucking like he was in Rogue One? Is he going to be in and out in 10 minutes?
No, I think he'll be like at least Mon Mothma big, you know. Because I think whereas she's the mind of this rebellion, he's going to be the muscle and the to the point where he kind of is no longer welcome there. By the time they get to Rogue One, he's not really kind of doing his own thing because they're not going as extreme as him. So yeah, I expect to see some, almost terrorism kind of stuff from him.
When does Rebels take place?
Rebels is
fuck.
Probably around this
before. Yeah, it's right around this. Yeah, because it's old Obi-Wan. So yeah, it's right around this time.
It's got to be closer to the beginning of A New Hope then. So it's got to be
5 years till New Hope.
Yeah, because where Obi-Wan ends up killing Maul.
So at this point, because in Rebels is when you see all of the factions of the Rebels start to come together and become an alliance, right?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of rebellious cells, and Saw Gerrera has the most aggressive one.
Yeah.
But it isn't until Rebels that everyone comes together and forms as an alliance, right?
Now, there's also time jump kind of in Rebels too. You've got that young Ezra, older Ezra too, towards the end, and they're kind of more fractured in the beginning of it.
Okay.
A good point from Batman, though. Maybe Saw Gerrera's the person that Mon Mothma wants to bring in. It's not Bale.
I agree
I
with
don't
that.
think Mon Mothma wants to. It was Luthen that was saying, I think it's time to bring someone in. I didn't think it was Mon Mothma saying, because Mon Mothma was
Mon
talking about.
Mothma telling Luthen, and Luthen's like, no, we're not making this circle any bigger.
I remember it differently because I remember her saying it's becoming harder for her finances.
I mean, we pull out
It was like, okay, then we need
Zero
to
it
bring
up.
someone
Zero up.
Zero.
in.
Speaking about zeroing up, before the end of the year, I will be having I've worked it out as a 24-hour Star Wars watch along. Just to put that out there.
Huh?
When?
You want to?
I'll be watching Star Wars for 24 hours solid, sat here, doing a watch along live stream for 24 hours.
Wait.
Ooh.
So if anyone has time to dive in and out,
Absolutely.
I haven't planned a day for it yet, but I'll be doing it at some point shortly. Once I've cleared my feet of reviews and bits and pieces. So might do it on my birthday.
I feel like that was the whole episode. Everything we discussed was like the whole episode.
Yeah, no, it is. Pretty
And
much
not much actually happened.
Not much happened.
His Kyber is worth what, 30,000 credits?
Yeah. That's what I was
As soon
like.
as he said
It's
30,
worth
I was like,
more than
"Not to take less than
30,000. That's cheap, dude. That is cheap.
That's cheap Kyber, man.
That is some cheap Kyber.
Oh god. Right. Before I do the giveaway, in terms of what do we think we're going to get next episode, are we going to split this assault into 2 episodes, or are we over and done with it, ready for a new 3-episode arc come number 7? Chris, will start with you, then go up to Elvis, Carter, and then Tim.
I'd be okay with a 2-episode, just because we've waited 5 episodes for something to happen. So if we did 5 episodes and it's over in 1, I'm gonna be kind of aggravated. But something better happen next week. If not, I'll lose hope for the show, because 6 episodes in, you've already just done nothing. But I mean, if it's 1 episode, whatever. But I would want it to be 2. Just to have, okay, we waited this long, we got 2 full episodes of something actually happening. It'd be nice to to have, but I don't know if I'm losing faith in the show already, to be honest, just because we're already 5 episodes in and what they did with it. But I keep telling myself it is going to be a complex story. It's something that we have to sit through the whole thing, because season 2 has been lit, has been greenlit already, so something has to happen for them to be like, yeah guys, we're doing a season 2. So I'm fingers crossed.
I completely agree. Elvis?
I think it'll absolutely happen and be done in the next episode. And they'll hint at whatever the next thing is that will need to happen, and then we'll have the build up again.
Carter?
If we're saying the heist is going to happen next episode, I think so. Absolutely. And then
What
after
about
that, I think we're going to get the heist next episode. And then after that, we're going to get to Saul Guerrero. Yeah, we're going to go
How
on
would
a
you-
little adventures with him.
How would you feel though if they didn't? How would you feel if they? Would you be like, you know, Chris, and kind of not be knowing if you're starting to maybe lose hope a little bit in the show?
If we didn't get Saul Guerrero next, no, because we'll eventually get him, so I wouldn't lose hope. Because I know we're going to get him. It's just a matter of time, like when. But I think it's got to be halfway through, like the show. So I think it will be like episode 5 or 6 when we'll get him.
Then
Yeah, I think your argument on the 3 episode arcs convinced me. I think it will. I would have thought they might have stretched it out, but I think the heist will end. I think the heist will end successfully, but badly at the same time. Kind of something up in the air. Somebody's fate up in the air at the end of the episode. But yeah, also setting us up for where we go next.
Like the girls will get kidnapped or something. That'll lead up into the next mission.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm playing GTA 5, where I do a mission for the heist, and all of a sudden, this is the heist.
Yes,
it's another
yes,
mission. I'm like,
that's
fuck.
a really good
Another
comparison. That's
And
a
then it's
really
like-
good comparison.
Neural
and
toxin
That's how it
gas.
feels.
It's a really good comparison.
actually, I'd never thought about it that way. You're bang on.
We
Bang
need
on.
That's
two
how much
heist
GTA
setups
I play.
and a heist.
I kind of agree with everyone, to be honest. I think we need to get the heist going next episode. I would much prefer that it was one and done, you know, and then maybe what Batmando was saying there, actually, the heist is one episode, the escape is another. I don't necessarily think the escape is another, but I'd be okay with that. Kind of. I would much prefer it be done and over with next episode, and then moving on 7, 8, and 9, different kind of portion to the series, or even 7 through 12. As long as it was kept going and it was consistent, I'd be fine with that. But if they are following this 3 episode kind of arc kind of thing, then for me it needs to be done next one. You know, I don't remember much of this episode, and it was a good episode in terms of length. But not an awful lot happened. It was, like we were saying earlier on, a lot more dialogue and a lot less jumping backwards and forwards. You know, there was good chunks of staying in the one place.
What are you laughing at?
Absolutely.
Calcastus shows up. Absolutely.
Fucking Matt has got it in one. Adam, you can laugh, bro. He's going to show up. And when he eventually shows up, I'm going to laugh at all y'all.
Yeah.
I hope you're right. I hope to be laughed at.
How many shows have we gone through? Let's see.
And beats up a hooker.
Yeah, he was going to show up in Boba, and then he was going to show up in Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He's going to show up, man. I'm telling y'all, he's going to show up. He's going to show up, and every single person's going to shit the bed.
I mean, the actor that played him or did the voice looks just like him. He's going to be in it.
No, he has, according to Making Star Wars, who apparently, according to Sebastian, our friend from Starlight, they're never wrong, right? They reported 6 months ago that season 2 for Andor had been greenlit. That's all just came to light recently that's happened. They reported that fucking Kenobi season 2 has been greenlit. You know?
What?
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't want
I
it.
want it.
You don't want
Like, what
him
would you
training with
explore?
Qui-Gon Jinn and learning how to become a Force ghost and,
Yeah, I would totally love that.
and some
I would
Luke,
love it. I don't want it.
some Luke moments, maybe from a little bit older, 5 years down the road. Him living in the hovel. I mean,
Everyone's just going to say, where's Darth Vader?
Tashi Station. I mean, it's gonna be so much fun.
I still want a Vader show.
Me too, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Me
Even if we get
too.
6 episodes, I want a
Me
Vader
too,
show.
Yeah, let's
Here's
do
the thing
this.
with a Vader show.
No,
We've
I got an
spoken
idea for a
about
Vader
this
show.
before, right? And hear me out for a second. Vader is one of those villains who is so special because we don't get a lot of him. if we do a Vader show, are we going to lose that?
No.
Car?
No.
No.
Straight up
Here's
that,
what we do.
no hesitation.
No. Here's what we do.
because
Here's what
even
we
though
do.
it was Obi-Wan, the Vader stuff was the best part of that, Kenobi. So yeah, I think.
Look
I
at
could
the
go
Vader
more
comic
on
books. He doesn't talk that much, and when he does, it's fucking awesome.
Here's what we do. All right, Elvis, you are completely right. All right. Here's what we do. I got an idea because I thought about
Wait a
this.
minute. That's better.
Okay, because I thought about this while I was reading my comic books
Hot
the
take.
past few days. It's not a hot take. This is a perfect take, is what this is. So, in the Book of Boba Fett, we see that Yoda's lightsaber, whatever, survived the prequels, right? All right, and to comic book readers, you know that Yoda's lightsaber was destroyed in the Vader series. So it's like,
That's been
okay,
your
that
story today.
comic series is not canon anymore. Plot twist.
But no
This
comics
comic-
are canon.
Here's the thing. This comic retcon that whole thing and said that Yoda has multiple lightsabers. That makes sense within the universe. And it also makes sense with the writer because the same person who wrote this wrote the 2016 Vader comic book. So he's going to want that Vader comic to be canon. But here's my idea. We take that comic series, the 2016 Vader comic series, we make that a show. And then we say, and then we they kind of like do things to like take that out of canon. So in terms, all the comics are taken out of canon and I can just stop reading them, please, because these are horrible. That's just mainly me. I don't like these. All these new ones are not good. Let me be real. Now, Elvis, you're completely right. Vader doesn't talk much in the comic books. You are completely right. They are massacring my boy in these current comic books because this dude talks way too much. All right, he talks way too much and he shares his plans with way too many people. That should not happen. They are massacring my boy. That's another reason why I want these comics out of canon. All right, so let's make a Vader show. Base it on 2016, that perfect, beautiful run. Change a few things to take the comics out of canon. So I'm happy, everybody's happy, and then we can get rid of these trash comics. That's all I gotta say.
I'll have you remember when we were doing the Book of Boba after show.
Yes.
And they showed the Yoda lightsaber, and immediately we were like, but in the comic book, he throws it in the fire.
Yeah.
I remember saying, well, can't Yoda have more than one lightsaber?
Yeah,
Like,
people were saying that, and I'm like, yeah, he could, but I'm like, yeah, he could, but someone needs to come out and say that. And they came out and said it in a comic book. And it's like, that doesn't help. Someone needs to come in the show and say it.
all right, I got a Vader question.
Okay.
So Chris made a comment about the red eyes in his review, and I was like, Vader's eyes are supposed to be red. But
Yes.
factually, how many times are his eyes red and not red in movies?
Red twice, not
Yeah.
red.
Really? Only twice?
I think so.
It's
Yeah.
only red. It's only red in like A New Hope and like Empire and Return are not really red.
New
Yeah,
Hope and
Red is
Rogue One
they're
is red,
in
right?
Rebels.
not
Rebels.
Solo in Rogue One. I
And
think
Rogue
it's
One,
red.
they're red. Yeah, in Rogue
Rogue One
One,
and Rebels.
they're
I think it's more
and
too.
they're reddish in Kenobi. I feel like they're more red in Rogue One than they are in
Yeah,
Kenobi.
to me, it's if you want to really go down a rabbit hole, look at stormtroopers, and I never noticed this, but the difference between they made 15 stormtroopers and 5 hero stormtroopers for the original New Hope, and then they reused those and made a couple more for Empire, but there's like only maybe 14 stormtroopers on screen at a time for Empire. Then they get to Return of the Jedi, and they decide to mass produce these things, and they mass produced them off of a faulty mold that made them really elongated and really funny looking. I can't go back and watch Return of the Jedi. This has actually made Return of the Jedi fall down on the movie list for me, surprisingly, like we were talking about. But go back and just Google the Return of the Jedi Stormtrooper compared to a New Hope Stormtrooper, and they don't even look like the same thing. It's
2 weeks
crazy.
ago, Jesse was showing me and Sam a Stormtrooper helmet that is a stunt trooper helmet,
Yes.
and he wants it so bad because it's so ugly. He's like, it looks so bad, but that's the one I want because it's accurate.
So talking CRL, the costume requirement list for the Stormtroopers.
Put it on.
I'm gonna build a Rogue One Stormtrooper, which Rogue One fixed all of that and kind of crossed the difference between the New Hope and the Empire to make a better looking Stormtrooper helmet. But in the CRL, in order to get a level 3 clearance for a New Hope Stormtrooper, you have to have this weird blemish in one of the eye lenses because it showed up on camera like that, not the other one, and it's got to be in a certain place. It's like really stupid.
Can you go up to Sis Saber's comment about him getting a Vader tattoo? Because me too, dude. I got it on my leg.
Yes.
Take a screenshot of that and put it on Foot Finder.
Yeah, dude, I'm not wearing socks.
You should have saved that for your OnlyFans, man.
Does anyone follow the guy? I think he might be dating Isabella Rose. I'm not sure. Anyway, they're in a lot of photos together, but he's a tattoo artist. Anyone follow that dude?
I don't follow him, but I know who you're talking about.
Oh my god, I started following him like 2 weeks ago. Holy crap, the Star Wars tattoos that he does, all black and white.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Amazing.
Yeah, her Ahsoka, that well, the whole damn thing she's got is awesome, but that Ahsoka is really cool.
Sam, you look like you're about to get stuck in.
But yeah, and also I just remember this. So now if you take the comic books out of canon, because what they're doing now is Crimson Dawn is atrocious, right? I'm sick of Crimson Dawn. I know y'all haven't had much exposure to Crimson Dawn.
Screw 'em all.
I've read so many comics of them, and I'm sick of them, dude. Anyway, here's what we do with Crimson Dawn. Since now the comics are, let's take the comics out of canon, have that Vader show, do all that, right? We have an animated or live action Maul show about Crimson Dawn, and Vader is sent to take out Crimson Dawn, and we get a Maul v Vader. I would trade anything for that, dude. I would trade my entire collection to see that, dude.
They both fight and they both survive, obviously, which would be awesome.
Well, Vader's got to beat the shit out of him, dude.
Yeah.
Vader's gonna have to beat
live action though.
I mean, Maul's had everyone beat the shit out of him, so I might as well have Vader too.
My vote did Vader, bro.
The only reason why I see it like possible for them to do a Vader show now is because of James Earl Jones giving his rights to Lucas to just do the voice, right? So now he doesn't have to be there to do it. So now that they have the option to use it all AI, why not take advantage of it and use it?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, Hayden got a lot of love recently, so I'm sure he'd be down for it.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see more of him in Obi-Wan. We saw his face 3 times.
Well,
twice, 3 times.
I mean, he's not Hayden anymore. It's Vader, so it's
But it's like I want to see it. I think that was something I really wanted to see was Hayden. I don't know.
I mean, other than
3
doing,
times.
Like Tony Stark, like when they show him in the Iron Man suit, it's just like the HUD over his face, like it's like like the whole scene is just this. That's the only way to do Vader, unless.
But there's so much to explore with Vader, just because a lot of people don't know what it is he goes through while he's in his suit. He's being tortured the entire time he's in his suit, and that's nothing no one really knows unless it's me and Carter. We know about it, who read the book and understand what it is that he was going through. No one knows, but that'd be a great thing to see in live action.
It's acceptable.
I think it's time for this.
Giveaway. Don't worry, I got you, Jesse. I got you.
I was wondering if we were going to do it, man. So yeah, unfortunately, our winner from a couple of weeks ago has not been in touch despite 3 emails. It's the only contact method I have for him, so I think it's only fair.
They created that account just to enter multiple times and they forget to check it.
Well, this is the thing. I don't understand people, man. Like, but then again, I don't want to understand people. I do not want to understand people at all. I don't need to. I barely understand myself. So we're going numbers 1 through 272. It was 273, but that person has been removed. And a reminder of what it's for. It is for an LGT Profi Cal Kestis lightsaber. with a blade of your choice in terms of length and size. Apparently,
the longest.
The longest is like 36, I think, the LGT do.
Screw that.
Elvis got my joke.
I would totally recommend a 32.
Screw that.
Yeah, dude,
28.
give me a 28.
28, yeah, man. But I mean, this thing looks pretty good with a 32, and as well, on top of that,
Hilt's already like 3 feet long.
It's a big saber. It's a big one.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Whoa,
Dude, that's a big one. I'm just double checking.
Cool.
Just double checking the list just to make sure everything is hunky dory. What number was he? 69. I'm just making sure I've actually taken that previous person out, guys. I think, was it 69? I think it was 69.
It was 69.
It was 69.
And it was 2 through 263, not 1 through 263, I think.
That's right, yeah. Now 273 it was.
73.
It was 2 through 273. So it's now it would be 2 through 272.
How many total entries do you have?
271 now. Because I've taken the previous winner out because obviously they didn't get in touch, so it's not fair to keep them in. So I've taken them out. The previous winner out because obviously they didn't get in touch.
That's fair.
I'm getting some feedback from someone.
Hey, can you wait just a second? I'm almost done registering.
I'm looking for the 13th secret word in the scavenger hunt. And then you have to divide by 2.
Divide by 2. Yeah. No, I'm just double checking this, guys, to make sure everything is correct. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's grand.
The anticipation is killing me.
No, I know. Tell me about it. Sweet, cool. I just want to make sure I'm not going to fuck it up. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Tim, just make sure you sign into your other account.
Yeah, into the other account, guys. Okay,
All the emails should come to me, though. That's the
share my screen.
I entered the contest as Blue Mamba.
Me too.
Yeah, let's go. I got 3 chances of winning. Let's go.
So we've got random number generator here. Input 2 to maximum of 272, which is obviously our spreadsheet. Cole's here. I'm going to start drinking a drinking game for each time I see someone clutch a Kyber crystal necklace.
Cole, I'm playing with you.
I've got one somewhere.
Sky Kyber.
Sky Kyber.
I love when he said 30,000 credits because all of us were like 50,000.
He said no less than
It's like
50.
that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. We're like,
Sweet. Come on, I really want this saber. I'm building the anticipation, guys. Come on. Right, are we all ready?
I really hope you pull Adrian now. That'd be
Look at
awesome.
that commercial right there.
All right, so anyway, guys,
Commercial break.
back to Andor.
All right, everyone. Good luck.
That's my number.
And that's my number. Number 121. What tab did I have this on? 121.
Carter Phillips.
Typing your name in launch right now.
Carter Phillips, come on down.
He said it. You can't take it back.
Got my government names out there.
121. Jamie Wallace.
Really?
Jamie Wallace, yeah.
Now he doesn't have a YouTube channel, does he? But I see him follow all of us. Like I've seen his name plenty of times.
Jamie has. Let me just share this guys, just for any doubt, avoidance of doubt.
Yep, we don't believe you. Do it again.
Yeah, you can listen. You cannot believe me all you fucking want. I don't really care. Let me remove the settings again. Remove this one and then add this one. This is so slow. This is just has names and countries on it. There's no email addresses on this one. Just for data protection and shit. Jamie Wallace. Highlighted in blue. Number 121. So congratulations to do it again until I win. Fuck, I mean congrats.
You don't have to ship it that far either.
I was gonna say that's what she said.
I know, that's a fucking bonus.
Yeah.
Congrats to Jamie. I'll need to hit him up in the morning and let him know. Jamie's cool as fuck, man. Jamie's a good guy. He's a really good guy. So congrats, bro. So you've got
Congratulations.
the Cal Kestis Profi Saber. You've got the Cyberphonic sound fonts. You've got the SP Sabers stand, apparently.
Just because I'm feeling generous, I'm gonna throw in a free subscription to Darth Rage Reviews.
There we go, man.
No kind
to Darth Rage Reviews as well.
All around.
Right now.
But the reason I said
You get one, and you get one, and you get one.
You get a car.
But the reason I said apparently for SP Sabers, because number one, I know Sean will watch this. Hey Sean, how you doing, bro? And number two, he is just so fucking slow at getting shit out. And he will be the first person to fucking admit it. So, yeah, I'll make sure that Jamie gets an SP premium stand and some premium sound fonts to go with it.
Premium.
Did y'all see Cole's comment?
Premium. Let's talk about some premium, dude.
I'm just fart. I had to double take that there, man. Fart or kill us.
That's right on so many levels. I mean, and just the spelling and phonetically, that's a phonetic
name.
pun.
That's a
It's
premium
awesome.
name
That's
right
Cole.
there.
That is awesome.
That's a name that's worth $20.
I'm gonna have to remember
Elvis,
that.
I'm changing my mind. I want to be Cole when I grow up.
That's so good, man. Have you got your Dooku yet, Sam? No, apparently they are now in with Sean and they'll be going out at some point in November. That's all I know.
Yep, I'm waiting for mine too.
So that's all I know at the moment. Hope to see you guys in 3 weeks for another draw if Jamie doesn't have. Jamie will answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Jamie's gonna answer.
Yeah, Jamie will answer. I can guarantee. Jamie, I speak to Jamie almost on a fucking weekly basis. Jammy bastard, man. Fucking jammy bastard. I'm not gonna fucking let this go. Doesn't cost you anything, rage. Yeah, no, I think it's like November time that they're October, November time they're supposed to be coming out, but I think he just got them in from China. So fix. Aye, right. Come on,
Yeah, I mean, we know how you did it, man. You had there were 300 entries? You had 300 tabs, and he was in a different place on each of them. So you just had to go to tab 121, where his name was sitting right there. We got you figured out, man.
I've got like 6 million terabytes of fucking RAM on my fucking computer so that I can open that many fucking Chrome tabs. You know, like, holy shit.
Should cost $20.
Should cost $20. It's a premium. Oh shit!
Some people don't get the joke. I'll explain it.
I'm sorry, man.
Off
You're
live,
price
though.
of sound font at $20 fucking bucks. Like, come on,
It's a
fuck.
no, but it's a premium sound font.
No. It's not even
I mean,
that. It's not
Didn't
even
someone
$10
go in
for
on them and
the
they're like, it's got the same fucking shit as this font in it, it's got the same shit as this font in it, it's got the same shit as this font in it? Like,
I mean, hey, you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, dude. You're completely right.
I mean, I'm not fucking throwing shade, man. I mean, holy fuck.
I will. I'll fight somebody.
fucking nuts, man.
I'll pay
Like,
$20 to watch that fight.
That'll be a premium fight, dude. That'll be a premium fight. All I'm saying is, if you see a sound font with like 56 audio files for $20, I'm not the person to tell you not to buy things, spend your money how you want, but that's a stupid thing to spend your money on. $20 for 56 sound fonts. All I'm saying, don't do it. Don't even do it. Not worth it.
Is it bad that I don't even know how many sound files I have in mine? I'm fucking sure it's more than 56 because my fucking fingers hurt from having to fucking change all the.
Dude, the sound fonts I make aren't even 56 files.
Let's have a little look.
I can tell you right now, that's average. 56 is average.
Let's look at Reverend Reborn, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can select them all and see.
7 quotes.
What about people paying $10 for a font expecting a NeoPixel Saber? Those people are just.
Well, that's
They just don't read the disclaimer or the read me page.
Yeah, why doesn't it look like it does in Jesse's video? That's what I want to know. About the font. Why doesn't it look like Jesse?
Turn your ISO up on your camera and it'll look like that. Talk to Jesse, dude. He knows all about that. It better come with a blade plug and a cover tech. It better come with like quality. It just better be quality, but sorry, it's not, dude. It's not.
I mean, holy shit, man! Immortal Lords get like fucking 72 sound files. Like,
yeah, but are those premium sound files?
Fucking yes, they're premium sound files. Yes, absolutely. Ask anyone, man. Immortal Lords going down really fucking well. So thank you, everyone. He's got some free premium fonts.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
You know, with 150 sound files, and it's free. Got to run. Thanks for the show, mates. No issues there. You take care.
Shut
All
up.
the best.
Really?
Give me a buck.
I didn't even know about that one that you. I didn't know about that one. Oh, dude, I'm gonna fight people, bro. I'm gonna fight someone, bro.
Battle Royale.
So the LGT baselit soundboards do not have a micro SD card. You cannot, at the moment, you cannot upload sound fonts to the baselets. Rumor has it the V4 will have a SD card.
Yeah, they must. I mean, they just kind of everything they're doing, they're stepping down. You know, if they can do it on a Xeno, they can do it on that.
So
just do it with a baselit, with a baselit version.
Yeah, the rumor has it really that it's going to be basically a Xenopixel baselit version, kind of. Although
what are we talking about?
The LGT smooth swing baselit boards, if they have a micro SD card or not.
Can you check the next comment?
I sit down and I see stuff about premium butt plugs and stuff. I'm like, what did I miss?
Yeah. And I'm back. Had to break the fasted for 25 hours.
Congratulations.
That's
a cleansing.
I was telling you last night, Natty, that that's a piece of cake. I was lying. I'm sorry, I was lying. I could not do that. I can barely go like 3 hours. I'm like, I'm fucking hungry. No, Carter can barely go 3 fucking minutes.
Bro, you're right. I'm over here just.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting on the couch eating Doritos, watching like survival shows where they're starving on television. But I'm just eating.
Trying to start a fire, eating worms.
Meanwhile, I'm
naked in the fray.
I'm sat here eating custard creams, man, like just fucking chilling.
Oh, jeez. Guys, I gotta head out for the night. I still gotta make dinner.
See you, dude.
See ya, man.
I think my mouse just died. Oh, no, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Sam,
Chris.
Call of Duty when it starts working for me again.
It's gonna be like 3 days.
Get an Xbox.
No.
I gotta...
See you guys next week. Later, guys.
See ya.
Oh, here we go.
You hang up first.
You hang up first.
No, you hang up
first. and spending time with my nephew and niece help pass through the time. I hope you have an awesome time with your family, Nat. We miss you dearly. I'm keeping the seat nice and warm for you to come back. And hopefully Jesse will be back as well soon. Like, hopefully he gets his internet sorted out.
Yeah, I hope. I'm seeing that Joker soon.
Dude, his service today was fucking terrible, man. Like, I couldn't even hold a fucking video call. That's a bummer. I got a Darth Maul saber. I wanted to get a cool Darth Maul sound font for it. Well, I'm sure the baselets come with a Darth Maul on it.
If they don't, too, it's you can always just buy a core. Buy a
True.
NeoPixel core.
True.
And put it in there.
Oh yeah, because the LGT Darth Maul comes in 2 halves, so they could just get 2 cores. Yeah, absolutely.
You can get.
I don't think it's a smaller core or anything for it, is it?
No, it's a full size. It's a full size. Yeah. But I'm
Get
pretty
yourself
sure
a
that the
Xeno,
baselet. I'm pretty sure the baselet does come with a Darth Maul font on it.
And then you'll have 2 baselet cores that you can then go get other sabers for. And then you can upgrade those sabers to NeoPixel, and then you're going to be like us.
Bro.
Yeah, get the cool kids.
Bro.
We're the cool kids?
I've never been the cool kid in my life.
In this circle, we are the cool kids.
Cool kids are overrated.
I know of a very good Darth Maul font out there.
Oh yeah,
that is a good one.
Oh yeah.
Golden Harvest God, I am a god.
I am a god.
This is the one that Cole installed for me. I'm going to make a video on this real soon, but the only fonts I'm going to put on here are Kyberphonics latest, Obi-Wan, I was going to say Liam Nielsen, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul. I got the Liam Nielsen font.
Liam Nielsen? What the fuck?
I don't know where that came from.
Liam Jin.
Liam Jin.
It's an expensive hobby. Elvis, how's the not so weathered Vectra looking?
Did I come off like I was complaining hardcore?
Oh fuck yeah, you did, bro.
Dude, I mean, so I've only weathered barely anything, right? So there was nothing on this middle piece here at all. So I went and scratched it just to see if there was silver underneath, and there is. But yeah, man, I mean, it feels like a miss. I don't know. Like, I feel like it just wasn't their best weathering work ever. I don't know. Like, compared to my Solo Guard, which looks very weathered, next to it, I don't know.
Different helps though, man. Like the way that I see that Vectra is the way that I would almost expect to have it weathered or painted at least. The flagship, which you can barely fucking see because it's black. This is my own one. I'm gonna just take the edges off them and just kind of, get some of that kind of silver coming. It's only anodized, so a little bit of sandpaper just to kind of scuff that up a little bit around the top, around here, around the pommel and stuff. Just to get a little bit more.
I feel like it's made for a wrap there too. The bottom of it.
Well, it is absolutely it is. I think everyone knows by now that I'm going to be offering the flagships on my site in the next kind of week or two. I toyed with the idea of wrapping them and having them wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided against it, and I'll tell you why.
God, dude, wrap them.
It's cheap as shit and easy to do, and not everyone likes leather wraps. I'm not a massive fan of them. The only one I have wrapped is the Vectra.
Get them wrapped, dude. They're amazing.
So I've decided not to wrap them because it's pretty easy to wrap them. If someone really wants it wrapped, okay, they can PayPal an extra $10 and I can get it wrapped, But
or just send it to me, dude. I'll wrap it. I'll wrap it. Premium, $30, dude.
Premium wrap.
Premium.
Genuine leather.
Premium, dude. Premium.
Genuine imitation leather.
I'll be touching all over the leather, so that's even more premium. There you go.
I don't know, dude. They're pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's not just about the look. Like, I mean, it sounds great, feels solid, works well. I don't know. It's just
there's nothing low quality about Saber Trio, man. You know, like
what Echo can weather your Vectra.
It's no.
Four of them, right?
Echo will never touch this Vectra.
I don't know, man. Like Saber
I
Trio.
gotta be honest, Code Echo scares me a little.
A little bit.
I don't know, man. But anyway, the flagships will be up soon. I have 4 at the moment.
Did you get all black?
I'll be talking what?
Did you get all black? What'd you get?
All black.
Nice,
All black.
dude.
I was going to go for the green, right? But that's a very, 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 very acquired taste of green.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought the black was a lot better to go for. It's quite safe. I didn't get.
Yeah, we had this conversation. I think I was like, I'd love the green, but
well, that's
you gotta go with what you think people will buy.
So, like, I was going to get the aluminium, and I thought, no, I'll leave those because, like, most of those that get bought surely must get acid etched.
I don't know. It's a pretty just plain. It's a pretty Saber.
It is, man. But for me,
Now, this isn't the flagship, but it's the same kind of thing.
The bores.
And it's that just
Yeah,
I like.
Tim, I got your flagship right here.
I think it's a pretty look. I mean, that one's shinier than this, and that's your flagship. That's not.
Well, I mean, the one that you sent me.
Yes.
I mean, it's really, really nice just in the aluminium. I just kind of feel that they are because you can't acid etch the black ones, the green ones, because they're anodized. You could laser etch them, but you can't acid etch them. You know, so I thought I'll play it safe and I'll just get 4 black. Because like people have been actually commenting on the black one since I installed it. You know, and quite a few people, even Adam included, like, oh, that's really nice. Like I would consider one of those. You know, and I really dig it. And the fact as well that we've got the pixel switch as well, which also changes color.
You could always go with the 3D printed grip, like Cole turned me on to. Those are pretty cool.
3D printed grip. Really?
Yeah, dude.
You can 3D print anything these days.
That's actually quite.
Yeah, so this is designed to look like a Calcystis grip.
So it's like a grenade grip, yeah.
And the guy I got it from, he makes some in different ways. He also makes one that looks like Dooku's grip. He makes one that looks like anyway, he makes a whole bunch of different 3D printed grips, and they're made with TPU, so they're kind of rubbery, you know, so you can bend them. Yeah, very, very comfortable.
The crystal reveal that I got for that was 3D printed in metal.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Adam Savage made a 3D printed titanium 3D printed Iron Man. Yeah, he got access to some college that had a 3D printer that could print in titanium, and they made the Iron Man suit out of titanium.
What do you want to make? Iron Man?
That's nuts, man.
Anyway, he shot it with a gun and stuff like that, and proved that it was bulletproof, and yeah, pretty cool.
You definitely need to send me the link over to that place for the grips.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know how economical it would be to sell them. However, I am definitely interested in one for myself at least. You know. But yeah, no, I'll have more. Start again. I'll have more information on these flagships. In the next kind of week or so, I'll be putting up some posts and whatnot. regarding obviously the spec of the saber, what you get with it. I'll do a little overview video.
Here's the Dooku grip.
That's cool as shit. I
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
that's awesome.
That's
Oh,
for
that's
flight
sick.
grip.
And also as well, different sound font options that you can have. We've worked out a really good deal today with a major sound font producer in the community, where we're going to
Do
get
they
a great.
also sell $20 premium fonts?
No,
Check
they
this out.
don't.
This
They
is called
Nah,
Dragon
dude, yeah,
Scale.
$20 premium fonts, dude. Let's
I
go.
like that. That's like dragon fucking scales, man.
It's called Dragon Scale, yeah.
That is dragon scale. Haha, shit, cool.
There you go, dude.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah, man.
completely customizing it. You know, you take a blank slate like that, like something like that, and
This is the one I got. It's called Poor Man's Fallen Order Grip.
Poor man's Fallen Order grip. I would totally put a fucking Fallen Order grip on this. Yeah. So yeah, we worked out a good deal today with a great sound font maker, where you're going to be able to load up
that's awesome.
your
Does that look like a
flag
wrap?
fonts and stuff. And so we'll have some more information on that in the kind of coming week or so, and then we're going to get these installed and tested, and then we'll have them up for sale globally, worldwide. So
That's
when
awesome,
you guys in the States just now are going to get a pretty sweet deal because the pound is fucking so weak. So anyone in the States who wants to buy one, then it could end up being as little as like $420 plus your shipping.
Well-
Which is like,
If I was to buy one, would you also send me a picture of you laying in bed with that saber?
we could come to some arrangement. Just because it's you, Tim.
Leopard Speedo. Bear rug.
Leopard Speedo, man. Fuck yeah.
I'm picturing George Costanza at the 1 hour photo.
Yes.
Leopard Speedo and a fucking Leopard Speedo and a fucking like just everything but the mustache, you know, just the mustache.
Who wants a mustache ride?
Looking
I
for
do. I want one.
20 for a premium picture package.
I'm gonna
I mean,
make
not
a
to
shirt.
be obvious,
I'm
but
gonna
I
make
was
a
kind of
shirt.
hoping for a kilt.
I'm gonna make a
Yeah,
shirt.
it's good. Oh, man.
An Arbesh.
Right, the
It's
kill
gonna say
out, man.
premium.
Premium.
And on
That's
it's gonna say premium in Arbesh. And on Teespring, there's like your classics and your premium. So I'm gonna click the premium shirt, and I'm gonna double the price. So instead of $25, it'll be $50. So I'm gonna make a
Well, there'll
You
be
know
a
why?
premium
Because I worked
version.
hard on it. I worked hard on that idea. I worked really hard on it, and I deserve your money.
Tolga has asked a very. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just fucking tell you all now. These guys already know, but no one else kind of knows. Will there be a premium version that gets extra premium sound fonts for 500? Yes, there will be. So there's going to be 4 tiers for the flagships. The entry level base tier will come with my sound fonts on it, Kyberphonics free sound fonts, so Battle 1, Battle 2, and the likes of Kyber's Workshop. That's £400, and that comes on the Saber. All right. For £450, you'll get all of that, including the Saber, obviously. But you'll get, for an extra £50, you'll get $100 worth of Kyberphonic fonts on there for $50.
That's right, dude. That's right. And listen, I'm an official spokesperson for Kyberphonic. Now remember, go to Kyberphonic's website. You get 5 sound fonts or more. Use the code Kyber20. Get 20% off on your order. And
Correct.
keep in mind, guys, he's working on the prequel fonts right now. He's trying to drop them every week. Now, don't know if he's going to be dropping this week. We're hoping for the best over here. Next
Dude,
up,
you need a
36.
Kyberphonic hat just like next to your computer or
I'm
like a visor.
Mambaphonic, dude. I'm Mambaphonic. I have a logo and everything.
Mambaphonic.
So that's not all though. That's not all. That's if you spend an extra 50, you'll get $100 of Kyberphonic fonts on there, and you can choose them. All right, you can choose them.
Seems like a pretty sweet deal if you ask me.
For another 50, so for £500, you will get $200 worth of Kyberphonic fonts.
See, that also sounds like a pretty sweet deal.
So let's just put it into fucking perspective for a second. An extra £50 taking you to 450, you get $100 worth of fucking Kyberphonic fonts. And my fonts, and all the fucking free shit that comes on anyway. For an extra £100, so 500 in total, you get 200. So for an extra £100, you get $200 worth of Kyberphonic fonts. Any ones that you want. Bearing in mind, right, that a lot of these fucking font packages that are like $10 have got multiple fucking font versions.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. And guess what? They're premium, $10 premium sound fonts. Listen, Father V2 package has 4 different sound fonts in it. You're telling me that's $10? That's wild, dude. That is premium. And not only that, if you go in the extras folder, I'm telling y'all, every line of dialogue from Vader himself in the Father V2 package. And listen, that's just Father. That's just the Father.
You buy an Obi-Wan, you get like 7 Obi-Wans. You know, that's just how it works.
He's got 8. He'll have 8 Obi-Wans. He'll have 8 Obi-Wans soon.
Yeah.
I love that Blue Mamba, now Mambaphonic, has turned into the Sham Wow of Kyberphonic. Like,
well, wait, there's more.
Guy, dude. I'm his guy that promotes.
that's funny.
Oh, man.
Hey, speaking of fonts, what's all this talk about $20 fonts I saw on Instagram?
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it afterwards, man.
We'll talk about it.
We're throwing shade.
Yeah.
We're not throwing
It's a thing, huh?
It's a thing, and it's a thing that needs to stop. Quite frankly, it's a thing that just stop. Okay.
But before we get into that, right? I just want to throw a little bit more perspective on this fucking deal, especially the £500 deal, right?
Are we still talking about your sabers? God
Fuck
damn,
everyone.
we're going on and on. What is this, your fucking channel or something? Jesus.
You could get over 30, depending on what sound fonts you fucking choose, for say $200, right? Which isn't costing you $200, it's only costing you $100, right? So you're getting half price fucking fonts, right? Depending on what fucking fonts you choose, you could end up with over 30 fucking sound fonts on that saber when it gets fucking delivered. Carter, what are you laughing at?
Oh my god. I had to tell you after. I can't.
So send it to the private chat, man.
Why did you say my fucking Herbert the pervert, man? Like, what the fuck?
I had to tell you after. I can't tell you.
Why are you sounding like Herbert the pervert right now? Chris!
He's broken.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Just DM me, bro. DM, come on.
I had to tell you.
Fucking
I can't,
do it.
I
Fucking
can't
do
DM you. I cannot DM you. I had to tell you when you end the stream. This is not a thing to be over DMs. If we weren't on this stream and I saw this, I would immediately call you. That's how it is.
All right, well, I want to know, so let's go ahead and end the
Yo, you
stream.
will know after a stream.
Say, we've almost made 2 hours.
Yeah.
Not exactly talking about Andor anymore.
No,
Just some guy trying to sell sabers. Getting boring.
Yo, dude, I'm fucking unemployed, bro. I am unfucking employed.
Just messing with you, too. You know I love you.
I'm unemployed, bro.
You can only buy a saber if you know the password. It's in a video. If you blink, you'll miss it.
It's what was that one?
I'll give you $1,000 for that saber. What's the fucking password?
Wait, hold on. What was the word that was it Survivor? Was it Survivor? Everyone thought it was the word.
Fucking blind cowboy, man.
Blind cowboy.
First of all, that's 2 words. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really do, and I'm not being a fucking dick when I say this, right? But
It's
I
a
really
scavenger hunt.
The password is premium. The password is premium.
Yes.
I worry about the intelligence of the next fucking generation coming
Oh,
behind.
dude,
all
me
of us.
too. Especially the ones that price their phones for $20. All right, I'll stop.
But that's all right, because my generation really worried about all y'all, so that's just how it is.
And we turned out great.
You guys are awesome.
I think I'm part of your generation, actually. I'm not sure.
You are actually. I
A
think.
special letter that is handwritten by you and kissed with lipstick, like those cringy Valentine's Day letters. Hell
I'll
no!
do it. I'll do it.
You get a lovely thank you card with a QR code on the back of it,
And it's your lips.
which takes you to a video.
I just want the
of
speedo
fucking
pick.
saber that you've purchased for an overview. Blah blah blah.
Can I get the Absolute Sabers nudie calendar, please?
Yeah, man, cool. I'll do it. It comes in firefighter, lumberjack, police officer, doctor, astronaut. It's basically a Johnny Sins kind of thing.
It's his OnlyFans. It's him and shots of his saber.
Smooth swing.
You don't need a job, man. I'm telling you. That's your job.
What's the premium saber price? The premium saber price? I don't know, man. Like $700 and you get all of California's funds.
Dude, please call one of the tiers premium.
Oh, dude, that is fucking disgusting, Adam.
Jesus.
I'm not sure I follow, and I don't want to.
Jesus, right. Join Sam's premium fans. Oh shit! How is this descended into it? I am not the one with the OnlyFans.
We went off the rails.
That's the missus. Go and fucking follow her. Carter's broken, man. I want to know. Carter, this better be fucking good. If this is shit, you're fucking out. If this is like someone's just messaged you saying boobies, man, I swear to God, I'll be so fucking pissed off.
It's so much better.
Just watching him is making me laugh. That's funny.
Oh, I want to hear about this shit. Oh, dude. Fucking honest. Carter's broken, man. He's done. He's just fucking gone. Oh. So, yeah. Shameless saber plug over.
It's done, folks. It's done.
Oh, I will also say as well that it won't just be flagship.
We're still talking about plugs? What happened?
We're going to be, we're going to be doing the Regencies. We're going to be doing events with the Eco Heroes and pretty much everything that KR releases. Possibly even ahead of time.
Nice. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, that depends on a conversation I'm having tomorrow.
Well, don't fuck that conversation up.
I'm gonna try not to, bro. Don't fucking pressure me. So yeah, I never seen this going this way. I will be honest.
Me neither.
I mean, how much could we say about the episode? Like, we had to go somewhere.
Yeah, this episode had nothing in it, you know?
It had absolutely nothing substantial at all. It was purely filler. It was setting up for number 6. Number 6 needs to be an absolute fucking banger. If it's not, then I am going to just wait until all 12 are out and then binge them in 6 hours.
I'll take over the Wednesday night stream.
Yeah, do that. I'll give you a stream.
Oh, I will not be here next week. I will be on my way to Florida.
Oh, you're with the boys next week, man.
Well, yeah, I'll be in Florida. Well, I'm leaving technically when 13th. Wednesdays when I'm prepping myself and packing. I will be meeting up with him the 16th, so on the Sunday, and I'm staying there until the 21st. So it's gonna be wild. They had me for one night. They gave me a lot of drinks. Now they're gonna have me for multiple nights with multiple drinks. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, no Carter for the next
every
2 weeks.
night, baby. This is what they're gonna get. Oh, we are definitely going live. I think we're going to do like an Andor watch party when we're all together.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty sick. But yeah, we are definitely going live. I'll probably do like a live going through the Airbnb, taking y'all on a little tour.
Second year in a fucking row, man. I still can't get to Florida.
Dude, second year in a row, and it's literally these like almost to the date. Like to the exact date, which is nuts. And this time it's gonna be like a whole week instead of like 2 days.
Honest to God, I'm so pissed off that I haven't made a Gareth's Edge yet. Like,
It's all right, dude. You know, it's nothing.
Fucking
It's nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at. I'll be going for a third time.
Fuck. Honestly, at this rate, no
and
mallet,
I'll be getting snatched, dude.
At this rate, no
All my
mallet
money's
will
going
be
to
fucking
drinks.
closed by the time I actually fucking get to go. Oh, focus. There we go.
And I kind of hope so. You know, I don't know if you guys have seen what Galaxy's Edge and Disneyland out west is doing, where they've added Mando, Boba, and Fennec Shan.
Yeah.
I kind of hope that they bring that to the East Coast and they drop the whole, you know,
I
this
hope
is
they do as
this
well.
time zone. And because, man, I'd love to see the new Boba and the new Mando there live. You know, so hopefully they'll do that.
Did they not say at the Disney convention or whatever, D23, didn't they say that it was going to go to Florida?
I don't know if they said that or not.
I thought they did. I maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like they said it was coming like May or something. I forget.
I mean, they could drop that entire thing, and then somebody had said rework, you know, both rides, rework the Falcon to where it's something in the original trilogy. Put Vader on the Rise of the Resistance, just rework the whole thing to where it's in a different time period, or do it Mandoverse, do the whole thing Mandoverse. You know, it's such. I don't understand why you wouldn't have Baby Yoda all over that place.
Yeah.
Can I just come to this comment real quick? I can't get into the USA. Last time I was there, I got an armed escort back to the next plane back home. Adam, what the fuck did you do? Holy shit. No, I mean, I've had some pretty fucking wild nights down fucking Boulevard in LA. And I mean fucking wild. And I didn't even get lifted. Like, I'm talking like in traffic, wrecked, fucking walking across the fucking road.
Yeah, you gotta do some pretty bad shit to get, you know, deported.
Canada lets me in, go figure. Oh, Canada. Did you touch Vader's saber? Well. Right, so I think we're at the 2 hour mark nearly, so I'm gonna call it a night. There's nothing much more we can discuss with this, to be honest. Lola! What?
Tim's just sitting there petting his droid.
Right? Be honest, was this week a disappointment?
Not for me, no.
I don't think so. I think it was an above average episode.
Did it feel lackluster at all in any way? Even though we've all said not much happened, but there was a lot said.
I don't know if it's lulled me into this. I'm just used to the pace of it, but you know, no, I wasn't disappointed with it. And if there was no heist next week, I'd still be watching. You know, I'll be on your show with you, Elvis. I'm not disappointed, but I'm also really looking forward to seeing some action, some Empire, more than just a TIE fighter. Some, you know, let's see a shootout. Let's see what happens. And whatever this eye of the sky thing is they keep talking about. That's supposed to be pretty impressive. It only happens like what, once every 7 years, 3 years, 3 years.
It's quite an easy watch though, isn't it? Because it's paced the way it is. It's very, very easy. Like, anyone can watch this.
Well, each episode when it got to the end, I was like, oh, it's the end. So it you know, the 45 minutes went by faster than me, like going, oh, that's kind of long. So
yeah, these goats better join the party.
Oh yeah, dude, the goats. They had like the 6 horns or something. Wild.
they were awesome.
Oh yeah.
They have goats like that at a zoo near where I live. I don't think they have that many horns, but they have the really messed up horns sticking out.
I once got chased by a goat when I was a kid. That was fun.
All right, now we're talking about goats.
Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there at goats this evening. Thank you to everyone for joining me tonight. Tim,
Thank you.
Elvis, Carter, and Chris. We'll be back again, same time next week to talk about episode 6. And I don't envision another giveaway draw. Jamie will definitely pick up the phone for a fact. So, yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks for your time, gentlemen, and we'll see you again next week.